So yesterday, as of the recording of this video, we got a brand new trailer for Pokemon Sword and Shield, as you might have heard already, that focused on introducing some brand new Gigantamax Pokemon. Gigantamaxing is basically this generation's Mega Evolution, and at this point we know of 8 different Gigantamax Pokemon, and so because of the trailer reveal yesterday, I thought it would be fun to go ahead and tell you guys my favorite and least favorite Gigantamax Pokemon that we know of so far. This isn't going to be a definitive top 10 or anything like that because we only know of 8 Gigantamax Pokemon so far, and obviously I would like to know all the Gigantamax forms before I make any kind of official top 10, but at the same time I still thought it would be fun to go over what we know about so far, so I'm gonna do that, and without any further ado, let's get started. So coming in at the bottom of the barrel at the number 8 spot would be Gigantamax Corviknight, and the reason why I don't like Gigantamax Corviknight that much is because it doesn't really change that much at all in terms of appearance. Now, when it comes to their appearance, Gigantamax Pokemon don't change a whole lot, say compared to something like Mega Evolution, but even still, Corviknight really doesn't have anything too different going on with its Gigantamax design. It has some like little mini bird type things that fly around it and help it attack and stuff, and it gains some like red stripes on its wings and whatnot, but overall the shape of this Pokemon's body and what it looks like in general is basically the same as its base form. And not that it really factors a whole lot into my opinion about Gigantamax Corviknight, but Corviknight in general has kind of just been an average Pokemon to me, so I'm not really super hyped about Gigantamax Corviknight either. In at number 7 though would be Gigantamax Dreadnought. Now Gigantamax Dreadnought does do things a little bit better than Gigantamax Corviknight because its appearance does change much more so than the previously mentioned Pokemon. However, even still, it doesn't do a whole lot to really wow you or do too much to change its design very drastically. The main thing that it does is go from being quadruped to being bipedal, which is pretty cool, and then its shell kind of changes shape a little bit, and it gets a couple extra little doodads on its arms and legs here and there, and things like that, but overall it's not that much of an appearance change, not that much of a makeover, so I really can't rate it that highly because nothing really changes that much. Up at number 6 is Gigantamax MEOWTH. Now, the reason why MEOWTH made it this high is because its design in its Gigantamax form is a little bit more unique and does change somewhat compared to the previous 2 picks, so I had to give it some credit for that, but I could not give it any further credit just because I am not a fan of the design of this Pokemon in general. I think we have way too many long and tall Pokemon at this point, and that kind of design has just been done to death lately, so I really don't understand why they continue to keep doing it. I do understand that Gigantamax MEOWTH does have some kind of legitimate inspiration, supposedly being based on the long cat meme, but it still doesn't excuse the fact that we've had way too many long and tall Pokemon at this point, and what was once a funny and silly type of thing has now just been way overplayed and overdone, in my opinion. At number 5, we have Gigantamax Alchemy, and this is a Pokemon that I've actually grown to like a lot more since it was first revealed. At first glance, it seems to just be a simple cake type of Pokemon, which seems kind of like a sort of meh type of design even for a Gigantamax Pokemon, but the thing that really makes me appreciate it personally is the fact that each layer of Gigantamax Alchemy's cake represents one of the forms that it has, whether it be the yellow starred form, the clover form, the blue flower form, the heart form, etc. I just think it's really cool how they basically took everything that Alchemy is about in terms of all of its different forms and put it into one design with its Gigantamax form, but they did not do it in a way that was overly busy or weird looking, and they actually did it in a way that was pretty seamless and natural looking given the context of Alchemy itself as a Pokemon. And those are the kinds of things I really appreciate in Pokemon designs, so it definitely gets some points from me. Smack dab in the middle of the list at number 4 would be Gigantamax EEVEE. Now, don't get me wrong, I appreciate and love the crap out of this floofy little bean. but there are just some other Pokemon on this list that I appreciate and like a little bit more, which we will get into later, but nevertheless, I really like Gigantamax EEVEE. I think it retains the cuteness factor even though it's ginormous, and the fact that it apparently, according to the Pokemon website, loves to play and goof around with people, but basically ends up just destroying everything because of how big it is really funny and just makes it that much more adorable, and so I think it's a great addition to the Gigantamax family. Coming into the top 3, we have Gigantamax Charizard. Now, even though I would much rather prefer something else besides Charizard to get the spotlight, because this is literally its 3rd extra form in the last 6 years at this point, along with its Mega Evolutions, but even still, I can't deny that this Gigantamax form looks pretty dang cool. They managed to come up with a design that is separate and distinctive from its Mega Evolved forms, but is still insanely cool looking in its own right, and really also encapsulate what Gigantamax forms are all about, with it basically being consumed by fire. I think that looks really good and really accurate to what Gigantamax Pokemon are supposed to be. So all in all, even though Charizard does get way more love than it should, I can't deny that this is a pretty cool design. And coming into the number 2 spot, we have our chonky boy, Gigantamax Pikachu. Now this Pokemon's design is definitely a lot simpler compared to, say, Gigantamax Charizard's design, and it doesn't really change that much from its base form, as I said was a complaint of mine of some of the earlier Pokemon on this list. However, the one huge reason as to why Gigantamax Pikachu is so high on the list is because it actually has a very good reason for looking the way it does in its Gigantamax form, because its Gigantamax form is essentially what it looked like originally during the early days of Pokemon when it was a whole lot chubbier. It's a very nice callback to the original days of Pokemon when Pikachu was just that much more of a thick boy, and because so many people have wanted to see the return of a chonkier Pikachu, it's awesome to see that Game Freak actually made it happen, and to do it with a Gigantamax form where the Pokemon's appearance changes a little bit but not that much anyway. This was just a match made in heaven. It was a perfect fit, and it is a welcome addition to Pokemon Sword and Shield. And my number 1 pick, which would have been totally obvious if you watched my video yesterday about the new Gigantamax news, is Gigantamax Butterfree. Now, I kinda hate the fact that I spoiled myself ahead of time by saying in that video that Gigantamax Butterfree was my favorite, but you know what, I just couldn't contain myself because I love the look of Gigantamax Butterfree. I love the fact that Butterfree actually got some attention and some love after kind of getting shafted in the past 2 generations, and its appearance in general just looks really good. It kind of actually looks more akin to, say, a Mega Evolution, but overall its design actually changes significantly compared to its regular form, which is obviously cool and just makes it that much more appealing, but it also is a very pretty looking Pokemon as well. That very nice pretty green color that it now has on its wings is just really nice to look at, and the design in general is just really awesome as well. So overall, I'm so glad that Butterfree got some spotlight. I think the design looks amazing that they went with, and it is definitely my favorite Gigantamax Pokemon so far. With that being said though, these are just my picks, and this might change a bit depending on what other Gigantamax forms are in the game when the game finally comes out. But you guys are definitely going to have to let me know your favorites in the comments below, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for new Pokemon content all the time. I'd also like to give a shout out to my merch store really quick because I just posted some new merch there, like a new HoopsandHipHop logo tee and a poster for Pokemon Cardinal, and all of that stuff still should be on sale for the next day or 2 as of the recording of this video, so check it out with the link in the description below. Any support there directly supports the channel and the creation of videos and is massively appreciated. You can also, as always, check out my Spotify and check out Pokemon Cardinal if you haven't yet. Link will be in the iCard for that. That is greatly appreciated as well. And with all that being said, I will be back on Saturday with another one, so I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you know I love you all, and until the next one, as always, I will smell you guys later.